Hi, I'm Dennis Phillips, and welcome to Everyday Reloading and Shooting.
Hey, how you doing? All right, welcome back. Of course, the name of my channel is Everyday Reloading and Shooting, and most of the time you'll see me shooting rounds that I have reloaded myself. Today I'm shooting my CZ 457 22 long rifle, and I'll be testing 5 different ammos. I'll be shooting Winchester Silver Tip, CCI Standard Velocity, Remington Thunderbolt, Federal Bulk Ammo, and Winchester Super X. So we're going to shoot 20 rounds at each target, and then I'm going to analyze those with the Hornady 4DOF ballistics app using their group analysis function. As always, you're welcome to enjoy the music while I fast forward through my shooting, or you can skip forward to the results at the end. I'll be shooting these today at 50 yards. Let's get started. All right, there's 100 rounds fired, 5 20-shot groups. Let's bring them in and take a look. So these first 10 shots were my fouling group. This was with Winchester Silver Tip, and it performed pretty well. But the best performing group of all was CCI Standard Velocity. We basically got one hole here with one flyer off to the side. Remington Thunderbolt, we had a pretty good grouping right here with a few flyers. Not sure what happened here, but that one was way outside. The Federal hollow point bulk ammo, copper plated, 36 grains, a little lighter bullet, a little faster, shooting a little higher, but grouping fairly well. And then the Winchester Super X, this is also a bulk ammo. I think that was a box of 500. Typically bulk ammo doesn't perform quite as well, but the CCI Standard Velocity did very well. So we're going to take these home, measure them. We'll check out the extreme spread and also the mean radius, and get back to you on that. Most of the time you see me shooting either a 6.5 Creedmoor or a 223, but here I'm shooting a CZ 457 22 long rifle. And for this comparison, we're going to look at 5 different ammos, and we're shooting 20 shot groups, and we will measure the extreme spread and the mean radius using the Hornady ballistics app and their group analysis function. So let's get into it. The first group that we shot was with Winchester Silver Tip bullets. These are a 37 grain hollow point traveling at 1,060 feet per second. We had a extreme spread of 1.26, and we had a mean radius of 0.35. And you can see the photo from the Hornady app here where we measured this and how we came up with these numbers. But here's your average center point of impact. That's going to match what's on the photo there. So 1.26 and 35 mean radius on 20 shots. That's not bad. That's a pretty decent ammo if you're going out for squirrel or rabbit. Then we come down to the CCI standard velocity. This is a 40 grain lead round nose traveling at 1,070 feet per second. And this was by far my best group of the day. And here's a picture of the measurements from the Hornady app right here. But you can see 20 shots at 50 yards. I had a 0.85 inch group. Not sure what it would be without that flyer, but it would be a little smaller than that, I believe. But we had a mean radius of 0.21 inches. So that's a very tight mean radius on that. But that's your CCI standard velocity. Then I shot a Remington Thunderbolt. These have not shot well for me in the past and not always consistent, but that could have just been that particular box of ammo. But this is the Remington Thunderbolt 40 grain lead round nose traveling at 1,255 feet per second. Now, right off the bat, the very first shot of that ammo was up here high and to the left. And so that gave me an extreme spread of 2.14 inches because we've got this flyer and then this one down here near the bullseye. So that gave us a extreme spread of 2.14, but it gave us a mean average because most of the shots are clustered right here. And you've got like a triangle here, here, and here, those 3 points marking a triangle. And then you've got these shots clustered in the center of that triangle. And that gives you a mean radius of 0.35. And of course, a radius is half of a circle. So if you were to figure your average group size, that means your average group size on 20 inches would be 0.70. So pretty decent grouping there. Then we come down to the Federal. There's not a name for this. It's just a hollow point, and it's a bulk box of bullets. Here's a picture of the box here. I think it's either 325 rounds or 500 rounds. So anyway, those are 36 grain copper plated hollow point bullets traveling at 1,260 feet per second. And here's the photo from the group analysis. And we've got an extreme spread of 1.48 inches, but we've got a mean radius of 0.41. Here's our average point of aim. Now, I did not adjust the sights on any of these, so this is how the ammo and the rifle are shooting. But it's a little high and a little bit to the left, but pretty much on center. But not a bad grouping considering that that's a 20-shot group. You take out a flyer or two, and you've got like a 1-inch group there. Then we come down to the Winchester Super X. This is a 40 grain hollow point bullet, and it's traveling at 1,280 feet per second. And you'll notice that what I've done is I've started with the lowest velocity at the top, and I've ended with the highest velocity at the bottom. But here's how the Winchester Super X was shooting. We had an extreme spread of 2.1 inches between here and here, but we had a mean radius of 0.60. So if you double that, that becomes a 1.2 inch average group size. So not terribly bad. You could hunt with that. But for my money, if I had to pick one, it's going to be this CCI standard velocity 40 grain lead round nose. And it's just below supersonic, I believe. And some people say if you look on some of these 22 long rifle forums, you'll see a lot of people really like the CCI standard velocity. So in any event, I'm going to say that the CCI standard velocity round wins hands down here with a 0.85 extreme spread. And this is on 20 shots. I like to emphasize that it's 20 shots. And even with the flyer here, we had a mean radius of 0.21. You double that, that means your average group size on a 20 shot group was 0.42 inches. And again, this is 50 yards. This is not a 100-yard range, but for a 22 long rifle, 50 yards is plenty adequate for most of your short range hunting needs. And I'm sure you could shoot further out for larger game like coyotes, but for squirrel and rabbit, 50 yards is probably a good distance to have that sighted in at. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Let your friends know about it. And I will see you next time.
So if you have any ideas or thoughts about this video, please feel free to leave a comment below. Or if there's anything that you would like to see in the future, please let me know that. I always try to interact with everyone who comments. And I hope that you will like and share this with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.